Welcome to our exploration of seated yoga poses. In this video, we'll break down several foundational asanas that focus on twists, binds, and forward bends. These poses are not only essential for flexibility and strength, but also for cultivating mindfulness and breath awareness. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced yogi, understanding the structure and intention behind each pose can deepen your practice. We'll cover key details such as Drishti or gaze point and the unique benefits of each posture. Let's begin our journey into the world of seated yoga with an open mind and a willingness to learn. Let's start with Bharadvajasana 2, also known as the twist dedicated to Sage Bharadvaja. This seated pose is a beautiful combination of a twist and a bind, offering a deep stretch for the spine and shoulders. The pose begins in a seated position, with one knee bent back and the other leg in half lotus. The twist is deepened by binding the arms around the legs and looking over the shoulder. This asana is named after the sage Bharadvaja, symbolizing wisdom and introspection. Practicing this pose regularly can enhance spinal mobility and stimulate digestion. To practice Bharadvajasana 2, begin seated on your mat. Bend your right knee back so your heel is close to your right hip. Next, bring your left leg into a half lotus position, placing the foot on top of the right thigh. Twist your torso to the left, reaching your left hand to grab your left foot and your right hand to hold your left knee. To intensify the twist, gently look over your right shoulder. Maintain a steady breath and keep your spine elongated throughout the pose. In Bharadvajasana 2, the Drishti, or gaze point, is known as Drishti. This means you direct your gaze to the right or left, depending on the direction of your twist. Focusing your gaze helps maintain balance and concentration, anchoring your mind in the present moment. Drishti is a subtle yet powerful tool in yoga, guiding your awareness and enhancing the meditative quality of each pose. As you hold the twist, let your gaze be soft and steady. Next, we move to Marichyasana 5 and 6, poses dedicated to the Sage Marichi. These asanas are known for their intricate leg positioning, combining elements of forward bending, twisting, and binding. The complexity of these poses challenges both flexibility and coordination, making them a rewarding addition to any seated sequence. The focus here is on deepening the connection between breath and movement, as well as exploring the limits of your range of motion. Marichyasana 5 and 6 each offer unique challenges. In these poses, one leg is typically bent with the foot close to the hip, while the other may be extended or in a half lotus. The arms wrap around the legs, creating a bind that intensifies the stretch. For forward bends, the Drishti is Nasagrai, focusing on the nose, while for twists, Parsva Drishti is used. These postures are excellent for opening the hips, shoulders, and back, and for cultivating patience and focus. The Drishti, or gaze point, plays a key role in Marichyasana 5 and 6. When performing the forward bend variation, your gaze should be directed toward the tip of your nose, known as Nasagrai Drishti. For the twist, shift your gaze to the side, using Parsva Drishti. This mindful placement of your gaze not only supports alignment, but also helps you stay present and connected to your breath throughout the pose. Now, let's look at Hindolasana, also known as baby cradle pose. This gentle seated posture is all about hip opening and forward bending. The pose involves cradling one leg in your arms, much like holding a baby, which is where it gets its name. Hindolasana is accessible to most practitioners and is a wonderful way to release tension in the hips and lower back. It can be practiced with the legs in half hero or half lotus positions, depending on your flexibility. To practice Hindolasana, begin seated with your legs extended. Bend one knee and bring the foot toward your opposite hip. Gently lift the bent leg and cradle it in your arms, supporting the knee and foot. Keep your spine long and your shoulders relaxed as you fold forward slightly, feeling a gentle stretch in the hips. Focus your gaze softly on the tip of your nose, maintaining a calm and steady breath. This pose is excellent for preparing the body for deeper hip openers. Gomukhasana, or cow face pose, is a classic seated posture with many variations. The fundamental leg position, known as Pada Gomukhasana, involves stacking the knees and bringing the feet to the sides of the hips. This pose can be adapted into forward bends, side bends, or even back bends, depending on the arm movements and mudras you choose. Gomukhasana is known for its deep stretch in the hips, thighs, and shoulders, making it a staple in many yoga sequences. Gomukhasana can be modified in several ways to target different areas of the body. By adding a forward bend, you intensify the stretch in the hips and lower back. Side bends engage the obliques and intercostal muscles, while back bends open the chest and shoulders. You can also experiment with various arm positions and mudras to deepen the pose. These variations make Gomukhasana a versatile and effective posture for overall flexibility and balance. Vamadevasana, or the pose dedicated to sage Vamadeva, is a complex seated posture that combines side bending, twisting, and binding. This asana challenges your flexibility and coordination, requiring mindful attention to hand placement and breath. Variations of Vamadevasana may involve placing the hand on the hip, socket, or knee, each offering a different sensation and stretch. Practicing this pose can help improve spinal mobility and cultivate a sense of inner calm. To enter Vamadevasana, begin seated and arrange your legs in a comfortable position. Initiate a gentle side bend and twist, reaching one hand toward the hip socket or knee. The other arm may wrap around the back or rest on the floor for support. Focus on elongating the spine and maintaining a steady breath. This pose can be adapted to suit your flexibility, with each variation offering unique benefits for the spine, hips, and shoulders. The Drishti in Vamadevasana can vary depending on the variation you choose. Common gaze points include Urdhva Drishti, looking upward, Antara Drishti, focusing inward, or Padayora, gazing at the toes. Selecting a Drishti helps anchor your attention and enhances the meditative aspect of the pose. As you hold the posture, allow your gaze to remain soft and your breath steady, deepening your connection to the present moment. In summary, seated yoga poses like Bharadvajasana 2, Marichyasana 5 and 6, Hindolasana, Gomukhasana, and Vamadevasana offer a rich variety of movements that enhance flexibility, strength, and mindfulness. Each pose has its unique focus, from twists and binds to forward bends and hip openers. Remember to pay attention to your drishti, breath, and alignment in every posture. With consistent practice and mindful awareness, these asanas can become powerful tools for physical and mental well-being.